Justin Jackson, I think, played the entire second half, and I think Marcus may have played the entire second half, and we needed them to do some things like that. It's a tough stretch. We're in 4 games in an 8-day period or 9 days, depending on which way you want to count it, but our shot selection in the second half was much better than it was in the first half. We had 1 2-minute stretch where JP pulled up and shot one on the break, 2-on-2, and we needed to run clock. Bryce sets an illegal screen or whatever and gets a foul called, or an offensive foul. I don't know if it's an illegal screen or just pushing off, and then Bryce throws it away trying to hit Jackson on the backdoor cut. So our brain went dead for about those 4 possessions there. But other than that, I thought in the second half, offensively, we were really good. We played more zone tonight than we've played in all the games put together this year, but we did it because we had early in the second half, JP, Kennedy, and Marcus, all 3 had 3 fouls first 2 minutes of the second half. So we just tried to buy some time with it and hope that they would hustle it just like they would hopefully hustle man-to-man. And they made a couple of threes, but I do think that it bought us some time, and that's what we were looking for. So it's a good win. We feel good about it, and some tough kids that, like I say, played the entire second half for us.
You guys had 4 turnovers, I think, the first 4 minutes, and then only 8 the rest of the game.
Yeah. Well, and you take away a couple of those late offensive foul on Bryce, and then his backdoor pass, it would have really been good. And but we've been working, talking, praying, beating each other up, and all this kind of stuff about turnovers. So we can live with 12 because we try to do some things offensively. We can't live with 17 or 18 of what we've done sometimes.
Justin, connecting 2 games very well, playing aggressively and with a lot of confidence out there. You said that's been a huge point of emphasis you've had with him in the start of the season.
Well, I think he's a very good player, and I think we need him to be more aggressive, getting to the backboards. I don't think he rebounded exceptionally well tonight. He had 3 rebounds, and JP had 6, and at halftime they had 1 apiece. So we did get more rebounding from the second half, but he does need to be more aggressive. He can score the ball. I think he made 1 3 tonight, but he can shoot the ball from deep, and he can also take it to the basket. But we need him to step up and be the kind of player we think he can be.
Bryce had some good numbers for you guys. You seemed especially frustrated with him in the first half. What was the reason behind that?
You go back and look at the tape, the ball's laying right there. You got to go get the daggum basketball. It's a pretty simple thing, and I shouldn't have to coach effort. And he was scoring the basketball. It was a difficult matchup for him. So if you want to play in a game, at least give me 100%. I mean, yes, I was about as frustrated as I could be. I can live with about anything, but not lack of effort.
You went to the zone, like you said, with Falco, but also has not shot the ball that well.
Yeah.
So did that figure?
I knew that, but it had nothing to do with the reason we did, because I wanted to have Marcus and JP and Kennedy have a chance to be in the game at the end of the game. So we did it strictly to see if we could stay out of foul trouble. Middleglue, I think, made 2, and somebody else made 1, and that was when we even substituted, and I said, to heck with it. And so then we went to the half-court trap, 1-3-1, just to try to, they pay me a lot of money to think sometimes over there and try to do something, so that's what we did.
At this point in the season, do you feel like Bryce is consistent every game now?
No. I think he shot the ball in tonight, and that was good. We need him to do that 8 out of 11. Kennedy, 8 out of 11. There's some good shooting percentages. But when I think you're really good and consistent, it's when you're doing it on both ends of the floor. And we need everybody to play a little better defensively and finish the defense by getting the box out and going after the stupid basketball.
Was this their best combined game?
I didn't hear you.
Was this Bryce and Kennedy's best combined game?
I have no idea. It was 8 for 11. 8 for 11 is pretty doggone good, I'll say that. But I'd have, they've been here. Bryce has been here 3 years. I can barely remember what you call the referee miss, much less what the crap happened 3 years ago.
I feel like the front court as a whole is starting to come together and reach their full potential.
I said we didn't have a summer press conference, is that right? The first press conference we had, that our team, the biggest thing is a couple of big guys had to step up and be big-time players. And I'll still say that right now, because from the perimeter, we're okay. Marcus hadn't played the way that I want him to play or the way he wants to play. But if the big guys give us those kind of numbers, that's pretty doggone good.
You guys play zone. Does that have any impact on offensive execution of putting a premium on good shots, or if you're effective and you can get back in the zone easier, or any kind of correlation?
Well, if you don't turn it over, you got a chance to get back and set your defense. If we score, then we change defenses because we can call a signal. If we don't score, we're always playing with this team right now. We're playing straight half-court man-to-man. We've had teams in the past that we would get in a situation we could get back in the zone even after a miss, but we haven't worked on that one single day in practice. So if we didn't score today, we were in man. If we did score, we were in zone.
The stat sheet had you with 50 points in the paint. Did you think that would be something that was there, Roy?
I thought it would, you know, especially Kennedy and Bryce having an ability to score, and Isaiah does too. Isaiah didn't play very well, particularly in the first half, but I think we have an ability to score in there, and we're good passers. Sometimes we don't make very good decisions, you know, but I think we can pass the ball in there.
Kennedy had a few baskets at the beginning of the second half, all those stuff, the double-digit lead. Do you think it was important to kind of establish that first offense right at the beginning of the half?
Well, I think it's important to establish the first 4 minutes, the middle 4 minutes, the last 4 minutes. I've always coached from the inside out. When you have shooters, it really is a lot of fun because it makes it more difficult for them. But, you know, Kennedy's got some of the best hands I've ever seen. He fumbled about 4 passes tonight, so we've got to figure out what he ate for pregame meal and tell him not to have that anymore.
Roy, y'all even practice the 2-3 zone?
Pardon?
Do you practice the 2-3 zone?
Yeah. We really have practiced it. The only reason I'm hesitating is we haven't had very many practices recently. I mean, you know, for very long periods of time because we've been trying to milk minutes for Marcus, and Joel Berry's not out there, and Luke and Stillman. I mean, Nate's the only healthy point guard, and he got beat up tonight. So, you know, it's but when we have practice, yes, we practiced the zone yesterday. In fact, we had a 10-minute period, 11-minute period yesterday where we worked on either the straight 2-3 or the extended 1-3-1 for one whole period yesterday.
It seemed like you guys came out with a different energy in the second half. What did you see different?
I don't know. They're about to drive me crazy in the first half because not going after the loose balls kind of thing. I got a little dizzy out there one time, so maybe they thought they'd better play so I wouldn't whack out on them. If that's all it takes, I'll fake it sometime.
Did you see